From Foxborough, Massachusetts, CBS Sports presents the National Football League. Today, it's the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. Kevin Harlan with Pro Bowl quarterback Trent Green. Melanie Collins is on our sideline. We've had the flip of the coin. The Dolphins have won. They've chosen the second half. Brandon Bolden is deep back for New England. The Miami Dolphins, one of the most improved teams in pro football a season ago, with a second-year quarterback. And a rookie starts for New England, a 7-9 team. That is out of the end zone, a touchback to the 25, and here comes the celebrated rookie out of Alabama, Mac Jones. And Trent, it caught some people by surprise when they released Cam Newton, last year's veteran starter, and went with a rookie.
Well, I just wanted to hear the crowd when he came running out on the field. This is a moment that's not too big for Mac Jones. He had a celebrated career at Alabama, and he's ready for this moment.
They've got a couple tight ends. In the back is Harris, and it's 1st and 10. It's Harris. Nice block inside by Mason. Off to the races, and there he goes. Shaq Mason sealed the hole. 35-yard jaunt downfield, and a big game for the New England Patriots.
Well, this is what New England wants to do. They want to establish the run to take some of the pressure off of Mac Jones. Excellent job on the right side of the offensive line. Harris doesn't get hit until he's nearly 25 yards downfield. Tremendous job up front. Great vision to cut back and pick up the first down across midfield.
Harris again, 1st and 10. Jonnu Smith is out there with a block and a gain of 3 on the play for Harris. Glad to have you with us this afternoon. And like we were talking about, the biggest headline perhaps in all of the NFL training camps this summer was the release of Newton and the naming of Jones.
Well, and talking offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels, he just feels that Mac Jones is ready for this moment. He's a relentless worker. He's tireless effort, and he just feels this moment isn't going to be too big for Mac Jones.
Jet sweep, Smith. And brought down by Jerome Baker with a gain of 5, sliding his way down to the Miami 32-yard line. So we've seen the quarterback. Let's talk about the offensive line, a veteran group. Tooney is now gone. Owenu is at that left guard. Andrews almost signed, in fact, with Miami, and they've added the 2 tight ends.
Well, it's important that they got Wynn back after missing some time last year with a knee injury, and then Trent Brown coming back after spending time with the Raiders. That was a big get for them, trading and getting him back in the lineup, protecting that right side for Mac Jones.
White is in 3rd and 2. Right by Mason, here comes White, and stuck after he got past the 30. He's got the first down, backing his way in, brought down by former Patriot Adam Butler. It is a gain of 2, and the drive continues with the big play, the 35-yard run by Damian Harris for Coach Bill Belichick. Now in his 47th NFL season, no coach has ever coached that long in pro football.
Well, it's interesting, talking to the Dolphins yesterday, they said they thought the Patriots are going to come out and try and establish the run. So far, Mac Jones hasn't had a single pass attempt, while the Patriots have attempted 4 rushes.
Harris back in. With the 1st and 10. They come off the side. Jones, and a fumble on the play, and Smith will jump on it, and tremendous pressure applied. Christian Wilkins was one of a couple streaming in for the Miami Dolphins, and also coming in, Byron Jones.
Well, and this was one of the things. They thought they were going to try and establish the run so they could set up the play-action pass. Initially on the field, it was called an incomplete pass, but as you can obviously see on the replay, he throws that ball backwards. So that's a lateral. That's a live football. Excellent job by the Patriots realizing that and jumping on the live football so that the Dolphins don't recover.
Wilkins and Jones applying the pressure. Jones signed last year, very high price free agent. Now 2nd down, 23 back at the Dolphin 43.
And we're going to see both these teams blitz today. They like to pressure. Both these teams like to bring pressure, especially when dealing with young quarterbacks.
Second most blitzing defense in pro football, the Dolphins a year ago. White is in. It's White. Mason with the block. And stuck inside. Aguavin comes in, the former Canadian football player for the Miami Dolphins. It is a gain of 3. Agba in there too. Agba is a terrific player for this team. Player is down for Miami, so we're just seconds into this one. With the linebacking core there, Roberts, the former Patriot, Howard as high-priced a cornerback as you'll find, and he led the league in interceptions a year ago. It could be Raekwon Davis down. I don't know that I caught the number when he fell. And now he's surrounded. Let's watch it again. Oof.
Just has a player fall into his right leg. You see it bend a little awkwardly. This would be a big loss for the Dolphins. Raekwon Davis in his second year out of Alabama had an outstanding rookie season, and they expected big things from him this year.
Yeah, Davis struggled, remember, early last year as a rookie, the second-round pick out of Alabama. But then he improved as the season went on. His development this season was key and a huge part of what this Dolphin defense, ranked number 6 overall last year, was banking on.
Well, and huge is a perfect way to describe it, Kevin. At 6'7", 330 pounds, they're counting on him to anchor the middle of the defense. Right now, it doesn't look very good, however, just because of the amount of time that he's stayed down.
There's a look at Jason McCourty, whose twin brother is on the other side. And, of course, Jason spent the last 3 years here with the New England Patriots and signed this past off season by his former coach, Ryan Flores, who's now in his 3rd year. And the improvement that Miami has shown as Raekwon Davis is still being attended to on the field. Ryan Flores went from 5 wins, Trent, year 1, and a complete reboot to 10 wins a season ago, and we're still very much in playoff contention. That is a great sign to see. And that is a big man, too, one of the biggest interior linemen you'll find in pro football.
Well, and it's great to see. Initially, he got up and he was using the trainers to walk off the field, and then after a few steps, he got his feet underneath him a little bit and let go, and now he's going off on his own. Obviously, he's still got a limp, but that's a great sign considering how long he stayed down.
Mac Jones, who turned 23 last week with a 3rd and 21. They need the 20. It's a good block outside by Wynn. Underneath he goes. White, no place to run, no place to hide. Hit on the play by his former teammate, Jason McCourty. It's a pickup of 4. They'll put him at about the 36, 37-yard line.
Well, excellent pocket for Mac Jones. He has room to stand in the pocket and make the progression, make the read. It's just there was no one open, so he eventually had to get to the check down. Good job avoiding the sack. But it still looks like they didn't gain enough to try a field goal attempt. They're gonna go ahead and punt here on 4th down.
Yep, Jake Bailey is in to punt for the New England Patriots. And deep back is Jakeem Grant. He was Pro Football's number 3 return man a season ago. It was an 11-mile-an-hour wind, but very still inside the stadium on this 79-degree afternoon. And he'll try to plant it. But he does in the end zone, so a touchback to the 20. A 37-yard punt. Tua Tagovailoa, who is in his 2nd year, and today, Trent making his 10th career start. He's been given the reins of the offense.
And Kevin, he had some mixed results in his first year. You can see his numbers right there. But with his first 6 games, he had 9 touchdowns and just 1 interception. Then his last 3 starts, he had just 2 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. So trying to find some consistency in his game, he seemed much more confident, much more comfortable when we had a chance to meet with him yesterday.
There will be a rookie starting left tackle, Liam Eichenberg, who has been battling injury. Austin Jackson, the normal left tackle, is up. Pistol formation with a 1st and 10. And a quick hitter. And right there he finds Jaden Waddle. And look at him fly into the secondary, get by Jalen Mills, and it takes a bunch to bring him down. A beautiful catch and run with the pinpoint pass. He goes for 17 on the catch and run, and he's out to the 37-yard line. So we've already talked about the rookie starting left tackle. The right tackle, though, is the blindside guy for the left-handed throwing Tagovailoa. That's the veteran Jesse Davis. Terrific tight ends. We just saw the speed of Waddle. Gaskin in the backfield. It is 1st and 10. Gaskin. He burrows his way near the 40. Lawrence Guy got him. So it's a gain of 2, and he's just shy of the 39. So the New England Patriots, for those of you just joining us, got a big run from Harris in their first possession in the debut for the rookie out of Alabama, Mac Jones, but they ended up punting with the conversation with Josh McDaniels. Miami's had a big play. A catch and run for the rookie out of Alabama, Waddle, of 17. Tungo Vailoa with a 2nd down and 8. First Miami possession. Waddle. And there he goes again with a block from Gesicki. And outside the go, and the tackle made by Kyle Duggar. It's a gain of 5, and he's just shy of the 45-yard line. Now the defense for the Patriots, and Trent completely remodeled. Bill Belichick spent money on offense and defense in free agency.
When you bring in Godchaw, who was with Miami a year ago, Dante Hightower coming back after opting out, having Kyle Van Noy come back after spending last year with the Dolphins as well.
It's a 1st down run on 3rd and 3. Miles Gaskin into the secondary. Brought down on the play by Devin McCourty. A burst of 15 into Patriot territory to the 41.
Well, and it's really no surprise what both teams are doing. We knew the Patriots wanted to establish the run, and we knew the Dolphins wanted to establish the run, but with some quick throws. Both throws that Tua has made have been very quick throws with a quick flash fake, trying to protect him and not sit him in the backfield.
With that no huddle, Gaskin again tries to find room down to about the 38. Couple on the pile, including the rookie out of Alabama. We're going to see that a lot today. Christian Barmore there. It's a gain of 4.
And with a young offensive line like the Dolphins have, establishing the run is something that is going to help them get them going and get them more comfortable when all of a sudden you decide to hang on to the ball and hang in the pocket longer. You know, last year in the 15th week of the season, the Dolphins rushed for 250 yards. And when we said that to Brian Flores, he said, well, don't forget in the first matchup against the Patriots rushed for 250 yards. So this is a game where both teams are going to want to run the football, but establish some play action to take shots.
It's 2nd and 6 into the nickel. Davis the block. That goes to Smythe, one of the tight ends. And down he goes, hit on the play by Dante Hightower. Opted out last year. Big addition this year to the defense. It's a gain of 10, though. They get the 1st down, moving downfield. By the way, last year in the first quarter, Trent, the Dolphins were the number 2 scoring first quarter team.
They were very good in the first quarter. They're working this up-tempo on this drive.
Gaskin trying to get a block outside from Robert Hunt, the starting right guard, and he loses a yard. And nice pursuit on the play. That's Matt Judon, who comes as a free agent from the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, that's a big addition for New England, bringing over Matt Judon. And you would think this up-tempo is because the Dolphins believe they're in better shape, better condition. It is a warm day here in New England, but not nearly as warm as what the Dolphins have been practicing in down in South Florida. So going this up-tempo is maybe a way they're trying or hoping to tire out the New England defense.
That's a good point. 11 yards to go here. 2nd down and 11. 8th play of the drive. And they go outside here. Here's a nice catch and run. Tungo Vailoa gets it outside to Savon Ahmed, who's the 2nd-year back out of Washington. They signed him off the street last year. 18-yard catch and run. Put him down to the Patriot 11.
Well, and this is an area of Ahmed's game that they're impressed with. He's improved as a receiver. A year ago in Week 15 against these New England Patriots, he had over 120 yards rushing. But one of the areas that he wanted to improve was as a receiver, so that you don't think of him just as a runner. Excellent job on that catch and run.
2 tight ends. It's 1st and 10. Opening drive for Miami. Tungo Vailoa. Gaskin. Hurdling, driving, and goes inside the 3. Brought down by Devin McCourty. It's a burst of 9. He'll be shy of the first by about a yard.
Well, you have to remember, Kevin, a year ago, the last 5 games of the season, Gaskin really turned things up and really impressed a lot of people around the league, and he's picking up right where he left off.
2nd down 1, the fake, and here comes the easy romp into the end zone. Tungo Vailoa, a 3-yard touchdown run. And Miami scores on their first possession.
There is a flag down in the end zone. Watch when he comes off this fake. He has Smythe for the touchdown, but I had a coach tell me many, many years ago, Kevin, if you've got an easy walk-in, there's too many things that can go wrong. As easy as that throw is, just go ahead and run it in.
After the score, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 91. That penalty be assessed on the kickoff, 15 yards, score's good.
So they get the 3-yard touchdown run. Waddle had a catch and run for 17. Gaskin had a couple big runs, one of 9, one of 15. And Ahmed with a catch and run out of the backfield on the move for 18. And a good-looking drive.
Excellent drive for the Dolphins, and Bill Belichick's not going to be happy with that personal foul. These are two of the least penalized teams in the NFL. They pride themselves on being disciplined.
One of the best in the business putting it through, Jason Sanders. Tua taking it through after an effective first drive of the game and the season for the Dolphins. Back at Gillette Stadium, opening drive for New England to punt. And the Dolphins began at their 20, racing downfield with passes and runs and a 3-yard touchdown run by Tagovailoa, who had 3 touchdown runs a season ago. There was a penalty, you may recall, in the end zone, so that's why the ball's teed up here at the 50. With the chip. Oshesky will take it. And he burst free. Finally brought down by Jamal Perry and others who steer him to the side. Another look at Mac Jones. Let's go to the sideline, and here's Melanie.
Thank you, Kevin. And all sounds right in the world of football again with a packed NFL stadium. And in the case of second-year quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, he has yet to really play a game in front of true NFL crowd noise. Brian Flores told us last night that from that standpoint, he is still very much a rookie. So the Dolphins spent extensive time this week at practice pumping in crowd noise, going over their silent cadence in preparation for this sold-out crowd at Gillette Stadium. Based on that first drive, guys, seems to be paying off.
Indeed, it is loud, it is full. And we go on 1st and 10, and outside it goes. Caught on the play by Nelson Aguilar. Hit by Byron Jones. It's a gain of 7 to New York. James and Boomer.
Collins.
Thank you, guys. Interesting finish there.
How about that? The Bengals getting Joe Burrow back after his season-ending injury a year ago and getting a big win on opening day.
Montre Stevenson in the backfield, the rookie out of Oklahoma. There he goes with the run and being pushed up there by Wenu, the left guard, on that 2nd down and 3. Just beyond the 35. He picks up a couple on the play and hit by a couple, including a Landon Roberts.
Well, the Patriots themselves trying to go to some hurry up here to try and catch the Dolphins. But now they're stopping it for a measurement.
John Jenkins, by the way, has come in on the line for the injured Raekwon Davis, who was hurt in the first series and had to be helped off the field. We're still awaiting word on him. So some depth hopefully paying off for Miami as they take a measurement right here. Clete Bateman is our referee, officiated Super Bowl 50, and 3 other members of this crew have also worked a Super Bowl. So highly decorated, and they are short. We've talked about a lot of running backs so far for New England. They traded Sony Michel in the preseason to the Rams.
Well, they did because they feel very confident, number one, in Damian Harris and what he's been able to do, and that's showcased already. But they've been pleased with Ramondre Stevenson, the undrafted running back out of Oklahoma, who had an outstanding preseason, over 200 yards rushing in those 3 preseason games. He's going to get some opportunities, and he's a huge back at nearly 250 pounds.
Trent Brown is out. Justin Herron has come in at the tackle. 3rd and 1. They go outside. Caught right there. Jacoby Myers. He's got the first. He picks up 4. That's a first down out to the 39 of New England.
And Jacoby Myers came on the scene last year and really put together some good numbers for them. Able to get to the flat in man-to-man coverage. You'll see both teams play a lot of man-to-man coverage. They like to bring pressure, especially on 3rd down. They'll stack the box like you saw the Dolphins do right there. And just a change release going to the flat quickly and an accurate throw for the first down.
Stevenson, the running back, hurt his thumb in practice earlier this week. Seeing early time here. 4th-round pick, rookie out of Oklahoma. Jones in traffic. It's Stevenson. They'll dance. And then brought down on the play by Justin Coleman. Oh, and that ball's loose. Let's see if they call it a fumble. And yet to wait for the ruling. It is.
Yeah, the initial
turnover by the rookie.
Yeah, the initial call.
All turnovers. It is. It sure is. I was just going to say, we're going to have to look at that again. 7-zip on a Tua touchdown run. Great to have the fans filling every seat here at Gillette Stadium. A turnover right there. They've looked at it. It is a takeaway by the Miami defense. They led the NFL at 29 takeaways a season ago.
And Kevin, I think it was just too close to overturn. It was because they called it a fumble on the field. I think it stood.
Tagovailoa downfield and incomplete as he was going for Gesicki with the coverage by Duggar. And let's go back to look by the rookie running back's fumble.
Just as he's going to the ground, he's trying to fight for extra yards. He has it wrapped up, but the ball starts to come loose right as his backside is hitting the ground. And we looked at it over and over in slow motion and everything else, and I just think it was too close, Kevin, to flip it the other way.
Again, there is a rookie starting at left tackle today for the Dolphins out of Notre Dame, Eichenberg. Second down and 10. Tua looks into a nickel secondary. Gaskin got away from Bentley. Then chased down beautifully by Kyle Duggar. It's a loss of a yard. Duggar coming up in that box and makes the stop.
Well, and that's something the Patriots didn't do on the first drive by the Dolphins, is they hurry up once again to try and get the Patriots while changing personnel. They're getting penetration on first and second down, so they got into the backfield and didn't allow the backs to get going. Now forcing this third and long.
With the 3rd and 11, Gaskin the block. He's improved in that category. Tua, heavy pressure. Flag is down, and down he goes. Dante Hightower hit by Kyle Van Noy. Everywhere he turned, he saw blue. A loss of 10. Flag thrown. And it's on the Dolphins.
Holding. Offense. Number 74. Penalties decline. Brings up 4th down.
And that's on the rookie, left tackle, Eichenberg.
Matt Judon coming off the edge here. Watch him. He's the one that's going to bring the initial pressure, forcing Tua to step up. Watch as he runs right through the block. Then they try and double team him. Then they end up tackling him.
First punt today for the Miami Dolphins. Michael Pilardi, who missed last season with a knee injury, the ex-Panther punter, will be booting this. Olszewski is back. Low, long snap from Ferguson. And Olszewski from the 18. Weaving. And the long snapper. And others, Smythe, bring him down. Hang of 3-4. 41-yard punt. 8-yard return. Another look at Jones when we come back. Dolphin offense couldn't do anything with good beginning field position after the turnover by New England.
Well, give credit to the New England defense. First and second down, they held them to no gain, forcing a 3rd and long, and then they pick up getting the sack on 3rd and long.
Harris the back, 1st and 10, Mac Jones. Harris again bursting free into the secondary and brought down by Jerome Baker. That's an 11-yard gain, moving the chains. Boy, he has run well to start this season for the Pats.
He's coming out sharp, Kevin. This is just going to be a handoff to the left, and he winds it back to the right as he gets to that second level. Excellent job up front by that offensive line, giving Harris time to get up and get close, or actually picking up another first down.
Again, Trent Brown, the right tackle, is out with an injured calf. Perron taking his place. 1st and 10, cutting outside. Mason the block, and then tripped up on the play by Emmanuel Ogbah. It is a gain of 4, and out to the 41.
Well, just some things I like about Mac Jones coming into this season. He protects the football. Last year at Alabama, only 4 interceptions compared to 41 touchdowns. No turnovers in the preseason, none yet today. Command of the offense. Josh McDaniel talked about how he is just a relentless worker, and then grinder and leader. Because of the amount of time he spends, the guys have reacted to that because they know how much he puts into it, and he's always prepared.
Second down, 6. Here comes Harris again. And plowing his way out to about the 46 with a pickup of 5. Tom Brady used to have those Tuesday meetings with Bill Belichick for 20 years when they would go over just the two of them, the plays, the upcoming opponent. And now Mac Jones is in that office with Coach Belichick on those Tuesdays.
Well, they were very complimentary, both Bill Belichick and Josh McDaniels, about Mac Jones and just the way he's prepared. And Mac Jones talked about the foundation that he had early, in, whether it be in high school and then, of course, with Nick Saban at Alabama, and how he was prepared for this moment as they pick up the first down.
Damian Harris picks up 2 and tumbles ahead out to the 48-yard line. Mel?
It didn't take long for Mac Jones to earn the trust and confidence of his teammates. He's the guy who, when the offense makes a mistake in practice, before the coaches can even say anything, he will demand they run the play over again. Jonnu Smith told us this week that's the expectation. You don't want to know he's a rookie.
Like we said, turned 23 a week ago. His mom and dad are here watching. 1st and 10. They go underneath. And this is caught by one of those high-priced tight ends, Jonnu Smith. He's been battling an ankle in camp. He makes the grab. He picks up 8. The quarter is over. They're inside the 45 of the Dolphins. But Tua with a touchdown run. It's the Dolphins on top. Fans in the stands. Great fan bases in both Miami and South Florida and here in New England. 2nd and 2. First play. There goes Harris wrapped up inside. Grabbed by John Jenkins, taking the place of the injured Raekwon Davis. No gain on the play. Jonathan Kraft on the right. The owner Robert Kraft, the chairman Robert Kraft in the middle. Sherry Redstone on the left. All watching today, and a beautiful day in New England.
It is a great day, and it's just great to have fans back in the stands, Kevin. It's just the energy's different than what it was a year ago. I know, talking to both teams, players on both teams, they were excited about having fans back because they feed off of that energy.
White is in. 3rd and 2. Mac Jones around the block at the right tackle, and there's time, and there's the throw for a first down. And they get Myers for a 2nd time today. Jacoby picks up 5 right there. The former quarterback at North Carolina State. He's down to the 39. They move the chains.
Kevin, that's going to be one of the few times today that you'll see the Dolphins only rush 3. It's 3rd and short. That is normally a pressure down with man-to-man coverage. That time they look like they're going to pressure, but they only rush 3, drop 8 back into coverage. Good job by Mac Jones, not forcing it downfield, taking the flat, and picking up the first down.
This is the 3rd possession for the Pats today. Punt and a fumble. It's the 8th play of the drive here, and it's a 1st and 10 for the rookie out of Alabama. Mac Jones, quick throw, got it away, ricocheted, and almost reeled in. It's incomplete. A thicket of defenders there. They were going for Myers. In the vicinity, they had McCourty.
Well, and Myers prevents an interception. Watch as this ball's tipped the first time. It looks like it's an easy interception. Coming up to catch it. Oh, no, I'm going to put my hand on it again. Knocks it right away from Rowe. That's the first incompletion of the day for Mac Jones. 6 of 7 now, starting this game.
Josh Boyer, another former Patriot, is the defensive coordinator. 2nd down and 10. It's the pitch out to Harris. Blocked by Smith. Knifes his way to the 35. With a gain on the play of 4. And the tackle made by Brennan Scarlett, the former Texan. He had a good camp for the Dolphins.
Well, right now, the Patriots are easing their way down into field goal range. Of course, they'd like to pick up this first down, but they'd also like to gain some positive yards so that it gives them an opportunity to attempt a long field goal if that's what they decide to do.
3rd down story there. Right in the backfield. White releases. They go the other way. Caught by Myers into the secondary and upended on the play by Javon Holland. White, a catch and run of 22 and put him down to the 14.
Just lined up in the slot. There's 3 receivers to the left. They just run a wheel route to the outside, and the Dolphins get confused and leave him wide open. Mac Jones doesn't miss it.
Jacoby Myers, 3 catches and 31 yards. 1st and 10.
Hey, 52.
Nick Johnson is in the backfield. With a block. Mason with the block. Owenu. And they go out of the end zone. Wise play, heavily covered and incomplete. They're looking for Bolden.
Smart play by Jones, just throwing that ball away, realizing he had 1st and 10. Not the time for a negative play after getting the ball down inside the red zone.
Harris is in second down and 10. 5-minute drive. It's Harris. Look at him, slippery as he is, corkscrew to the 1. Did he roll on a body? Let's see. Touchdown, he did! 14-yard run.
The ruling on the field was that the runner was down short of the goal line. However, we have a holding offense, number 74. 10-yard penalty, replay second down.
The hard part's going to be is the back side is where the holding call takes place. It's not to the front side where they're attacking.
It wasn't 74. There is no 74. It was 76. Isaiah Wynn. It was called for the hold. Wipes out the touchdown. Second down and 20.
Like it's there. 180.
With this, Andrews a block. Going underneath for Smith, the former Tennessee Titan. Down he goes. Nick Needham got him. And it's a gain of 6 on the play.
Well, a big deal was made of the fact they go out and get Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith. There's going to be a lot of 12 personnel, which is a 2 tight end look, 2 wide receivers, and 1 running back. That's going to be a package that the New England Patriots utilize a lot, not only today, but throughout the season.
Jalen Phillips continues to play in the defense. He is the rookie out of Miami, the #1 pick. And they want him to put a lot of pressure on the QB. 3rd and 14, has his head on the turf, and they throw over him, and they get Jonnu Smith, who gets, head over heels, and a fumble recovered by Andrews. To the 9. Oh, that was a wicked hit.
Well, Byron Jones, the one that come up and make that hit. He's not afraid. A lot of corners don't necessarily, that isn't Jones. That's Holland coming in there and making that tackle. The rookie out of Oregon gets low as Jonnu Smith tries to hurdle him. That ball comes loose on the hurdle. Excellent job by Andrews to recover it to allow this field goal attempt.
So Nick Folk will come in. They've got Quinn Nordine, who was a rookie and kicked during training camp. And they brought Folk off the practice squad. And here is a boot from 27, which is up and good. And the Patriots are on the board. Nick Folk just kicked a 27-yard field goal with some nice plays on that drive, orchestrated by the rookie quarterback Jones. A 22-yard catch and run by Myers, the big play on it.
Well, he's been very good in terms of understanding the pocket, throwing the ball away when he needs to. They got that touchdown that was called back on a holding call that put him back to 1st and 20. Able to salvage a field goal out of that, Kevin.
Jake Bailey's going to kick off for New England. Jakeem Grant is back, and over his head it goes and out. Touchback to the 25. Well, folks, help support Hurricane Ida recovery efforts in the Gulf and the Northeast. Visit NFL.com/auction to bid on authentic, game-worn items and support the Gulf Coast Renewal Fund. An American Red Cross. Text IDA to 90999. That's 90999 to donate $10 to American Red Cross Hurricane Ida relief. Felt all over the Northeast and the Southeast. And our thoughts are with him. Savon Ahmed is in. Vailoa, 1st down and 10. Up the middle they come, and behind his tight end he throws. Gesicki with Phillips defending. It'll be 2nd and 10 to New York. James and Boomer.
Boomer, back-to-back 75-yard drive.
Really impressive by Cleveland. On 4th and 1, they go for it to give the ball to Jarvis Landry. He ends up scoring a touchdown. Cleveland extends their lead to 15-3 over the Chiefs.
Back to Kevin Harlan.
You know, the last time the Browns won on opening day was back in 2004. Butch Davis was the head coach. It's a long time ago. 2nd down 10. And outside they go, and it's caught here by Parker. Devontae Parker slicing his way inside, a 23-yard catch and run. Tagovailoa right on the screws for a Miami first down.
Well, Tagovailoa himself is 5 of 7, and that time accurate on the throw that allows Parker to get yards after a catch. He put some heat on that ball, Kevin. Nice job by Parker to reach behind, a little bit on the back shoulder, but able to make that catch and get the ball near midfield.
Throwing long, one of the things you talked about it earlier on that people talked about Tua's throwing a season ago. He needs to do more. Nice play right there. 1st and 10. Getting a good block inside from Dieter, the center, and that is dropped. And they're going for the often injured Devontae Parker with the coverage on the play by J.C. Jackson.
Well, coming off the play action, they're trying to push the ball up the field. Parker does an excellent job as he's doing that dig route to lose ground and come back to the ball. But doing an even better job was J.C. Jackson. He gets that left arm in there and knocks the ball away.
Trent, one of the big stories for Miami's offense, these wide receivers, talented as they are, have struggled to stay healthy.
They have tried. You know, really, today is the first time they've all been working together. They've all been injured throughout training camp, throughout the preseason. They haven't had many snaps together except in practice, and now they're finally getting a chance on the field.
2nd down 10. Tua ball tipped at the line. Flag thrown. The ball was tipped, though. We could clearly see it. It lost its flight, even though a flag was thrown in the secondary. And because it was tipped, the flag will be picked up.
Excellent job seeing that, Kevin. That was flipped, and J.C. Jackson got away with one because that ball was tipped. He had that right arm around the waist of Devontae Parker, but with that ball being tipped, you're right, Kevin. It'll come back.
And it looked like Kyle Van Noy, the former Dolphin. Before that with the Patriots, before that with Detroit. He's been around, and he's excited to be back in New England after signing a big contract with Miami.
To review, the ruling on the play is that the ball was tipped, and therefore there is no foul. And we got 3rd down on the play from the previous spot.
I thought he seemed very focused when we talked to him yesterday, Trent. He was very disappointed that the Dolphins gave up on him.
He was very focused and very animated about this game. He knew the day, March 1st. He knew the time, 3 p.m., that he was released by the Dolphins, and he was going to bring some juice. I was watching him in warm-ups, and he was going crazy trying to get the crowd into it. And you can see now, after knocking that ball away, trying to get the crowd turned up and create some noise here on 3rd down for Tua.
Malcolm Brown is the running back. 6 in the secondary. 3rd and 10. They need the 42. Eichenberg the block at the left tackle. Tua dropped. Jalen Waddle. It's 4th down. Ball was there. The catch was not.
That's a ball you got to have. And Jalen Waddle, the rookie 1st-round pick, if he catches that ball, he doesn't even have to gain another yard. He's already got the 1st down. It goes right through his hands. That's one he should have had. Now it's forcing a punt.
Dolphin punter Michael Pilardi, who is a former St. Thomas Aquinas High School player in Fort Lauderdale. He'll send this off to Ashesky. Left-footed punt. There's very little wind. And into the end zone, touchback to the 20. 2nd consecutive Miami punt after Tua ran one in from 3, 7-3 Fins. Miami punt into the end zone, touchback 21st and 10.
Hey, we're good. 52.
Calling out 52. That's the backer, the middle linebacker, Roberts. Fake to Harris. And up the middle he goes. And he finds the wide receiver, Nelson Aguilar, playing with a bad ankle. Comes from Las Vegas. That's a gain of 12 on the play. Tuesdays this fall from executive producer Dick Wolf comes a new night of television. FBI Most Wanted. And the series premiere of FBI International. These elite teams will prove that justice has no borders. 3 teams, 1 night, starting Tuesday, September 21st on CBS. Harrison 1st and 10, banging around like a pinball. He takes it with a back pedal past the 35. And so far, Jones, 9 completions, and 8 of those have been under 10 yards in his first career start. The gain right there was for 3.
You know, Kevin, I've been really impressed with Mac Jones and the way he's handled himself. He's been under pressure a few times, and he's handled it well. The previous time on the completion to Aguilar, the Dolphins showed blitz. They brought the safety in the box. He very calmly adjusted the protection, told the offensive line, came off the play fake, made an accurate throw to Aguilar to pick up 12.
Second down long, 6. Henry with the block and going deep. Oh, and a nice defensive play by Jason McCourty on Jacoby Myers. Beautifully played by the 34-year-old former Patriot, Jason McCourty. Incomplete.
Well, and Jason McCourty knows this team well because he was with the Patriots, and he talked to us last night about they're going to run the ball, and at some point in time, they're going to go play action and try and pick up a big throw over the top. He stayed with his receiver, was in position to get that left arm out there and knock it away, preventing the big game.
Spent most of the previous 12 years playing cornerback, but with Bobby McCain gone, making the safety 3rd and 6. White in the backfield, batted down. Inside looked to be Agba. Right in the grill in the passing lane, knocked it away in a good defensive series for Miami.
It was a good defensive series. After that first play, that first completion to pick up a first down, they held tight, got a 3-and-out after that initial first down, and this time rushing 5, getting pressure up around Mac Jones, and you can see the extension of the arm by Agba to knock that down.
Agba last year was number 2 in the NFL in defensive pressure. Jake Bailey will punt. Grant is back. Little breeze inside. The Telltales are limp. They got to rock it off and back inside the 5 with a hang of 4-9. Here comes one of the most dangerous return men in the NFL, Jakeem Grant. Out of bounds, he flies. 7:41 first half. Good play by Agba. Well, the last time that every team in the same division started quarterback 25 years or younger in their season opener, 1973. AFC Central. Phipps, Pastorini, Bradshaw, Kenny Anderson. After the punt by New England. Yes, to the 20 with the 1st and 10. Ahmed is the running back. Tua outside. Ahmed chased. Hard to bring down. Finally shoved by Bentley as he was walking the sideline and gained 6 out to the 26. And Josh Allen today for the Bills. Tagovailoa with the Miami Dolphins. Mac Jones, who just turned 23. And Zach Wilson playing today in Carolina, the quarterback out of BYU for the New York Jets.
Yeah, we'll see them next week, Kevin. We're going to be in New York for the Mac Jones-Zach Wilson matchup. First of many, I'm assuming.
Tagovailoa has started 4 of 4 since he's gone 2 of 7. Second down 4. Albert Wilson. Ahmed. The block inside by Hunt, but again, he's driven backwards and loses a yard to James and Boomer at CBS.
Mahomes' feet.
Yeah, how about the dynamic Patrick Mahomes? He runs around for about 50 yards and is going to be credited with a 5-yard touchdown run here. He takes it in for his Chiefs. They cut the lead to 5, 15-10. Browns still lead.
Back to Kevin Harlan.
Well, the Chiefs guys have won 6 consecutive games on opening day, tying them with the Packers for the longest current streak in the NFL. It's 3rd and 5. 5 in the secondary. Tagovailoa pressured, Brown the block, and it is almost picked off on the play by Devin McCourty, but incomplete. Boy, the McCourtys on the Dolphins and the Patriots have had their fingerprints on this one.
You know, Kevin, I had a quarterback coach tell me years ago, it's always dangerous to throw the ball late down the middle. He gets flushed from the pocket and he looks back inside, and he's fortunate to get away with that. There's certain times of the game where you got to be riskier than others. At this juncture of the game with a 4-point lead still in the first half, that wasn't the time to take that risk. Later in the game, if you're trying to make something happen, I understand it. That's the first mistake for me. That's the first mental mistake he's had today.
Polardi, Oshesky from the 38, and the Avalanche will bring him down. Mac Hollins, who's a terrific special teamer, was there. 4-4 in the hang, 37-yard punt, 6:06 in the second. Coming up on the Verizon Halftime Report, JB and Company scores, highlights, and news from the first weekend of the NFL. The Verizon Halftime on deck at CBS in New York after a punt, 37-yard line. Mac Jones, 1st down and 10. Harris out of the backfield, and that's who he goes to on the wing. With the beat on him across the way is Eric Rowe. And foiled on the play and brought down by Wilkins, who's on that defensive line, Mel, now without Raekwon Davis.
Yeah, Kevin, an update on him, who's currently questionable with that right knee injury. He got that knee braced up, ran some sprints, did some bull rushes down here on the sideline, and he appears good to go. He had his helmet on for quite some time, standing on the sideline. It's now back in his hand. I'm not sure why he hasn't gone back in the game yet, but he is antsy, and that is good news for the Dolphins.
Well, Mel, John Jenkins has taken his place. They signed him in April, 16, second time with Miami. Second down, 3. Oh, nice shifty move and a good cut. And Harris brought down by Jerome Baker. And a gain of 4 on the play, and that's a first down run. They're out to the 49 of New England.
Well, Kevin, we got to keep an eye on this. The fact that the Dolphins have gone to some hurry up, they haven't done a lot the last 3 drives. Every one of their drives has been under a minute and a half the last 3 drives. That means their defense has been on the field a long time. Right now, the Patriots are more than 6 minutes more time of possession. So they're going to have to continue. As you see right now, the Dolphins are rotating a lot of bodies in there. They're going to get tired if this pace continues.
3 consecutive punts for Miami. White in the backfield. First and 10 for Mac Jones.
Hey, 49.
Who's told us yesterday he's been a lot of time watching Tom Brady tape, and why not? Around the block at the right tackle. Downfield he goes. It's caught. Aguilar. It's right in front of McCourty with a catch and a gain of 26 to the 26 of Miami.
Well, Kevin, that's the biggest completion of the day, and Tua reached back and really fired this one. He had to get it in between 2 linebackers, but in front of the safety, McCourty. Good job by McCourty hitting him, trying to knock the ball loose, but even better job by Aguilar to secure that ball to his chest and not let it get knocked out.
Mac Jones with the completion, first and 10 on an empty backfield.
180!
To the side he goes. Tough catch there. Would have been hauled in beautifully by White, and Baker was covering. He was the coverage linebacker for the Dolphins. Second down and 10.
Well, I can't give all compliments, Kevin. That time that should have been a completion. That one's on Mac Jones. He just didn't set his feet. He was falling away a little bit to the outside. That causes that inaccuracy when you're throwing to your left. If you open up too much and fall away, it tends to get the ball to die or to fall off to the outside, and that's exactly what happened.
One of the things that was interesting about Jones, he has been studying the defensive playbook, he says, as much as the offensive playbook. Wants to know concepts that teams in the NFL run defensively. Said it's helped him. Second down and 10. Underneath, they go to Harris. Baker was there, losing a hat, and down finally with the Byron Jones tackle and a gain of 9. And he's close to the 16.
Well, he's slow to get up. When his helmet came off, it looked like he may have gotten a little bit of, whether it be face mask or hand something up, bit his tongue or something.
Little shaken up on the play. And we'll step aside with 3:45 to play in the first half from Foxborough. Mouth injury for Harris. They've replaced him with the rookie, Ramondre Stevenson, who fumbled last time on the field. 3rd and 1.
52.
They were number 1 in 3rd and 1s a year ago. Blocked by Stevenson. Here they come up the middle, and they get him with the flag hit by Landon Roberts.
They're going to, Kevin, sorry about that. They're going to get Roberts for going low on the quarterback. He goes down at the knees of Mac Jones. And
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense, number 52. Plays half the distance to the goal line. First down, New England.
well, this is a mistake by Mac Jones to not get rid of the ball. But you can see Roberts comes through. Watch as he goes low and tackles Mac Jones around the knees. He's saying that he was falling to the ground, and that's all he could get to. He has a good argument for that, because as he ran through the block, his momentum was taking him down. But the rule went into place years ago, and part of the reason for the rule was because of Tom Brady when he was the New England quarterback, protecting the knees. This time it came back.
These are 2 of the least penalized teams from a year ago in the NFL. Harris is back in. First and goal. It's Harris. Smith with the block. Reverses field with the spin. A Butler hit and finally brought down by John Jenkins. And all that running produced a yard. Second and goal. The Patriots, Miami, the two least penalized teams a year ago. That was Miami's first penalty this afternoon. Look at Brian Flores, who has done a magnificent job with this team. Tied for the second highest improved record a season ago, +5 with Cleveland. Second down and goal. Trent Brown still out. Perron still in at the tackle. There is a block and touchdown pass. Aguilar from the rookie Mac Jones. His first NFL touchdown pass.
Just a play fake up the middle coming back. You have two receivers to the outside. It's a high-low read for Mac Jones. They catch the Dolphins in zone coverage. They get soft and drop back on the corner route. Watch as he comes off the play fake. He gets his eyes to the backside. There's a corner to the back corner. Hits Aguilar underneath. Able to make that inside defender miss. Get in untouched.
They want to give him the ball, and I don't know if he's going to. He doesn't want it.